Welcome back, luxurious fleet, to part 2 of the Lexus IS past, present, and future. In part 1 of this series, we did talk about the history, the past 20 years or so of the IS and its iconic lineage. Today we will touch upon the current status of the 3rd gen IS, and we'll dig real deep into all the rumors of the upcoming 4th generation IS. So smash the like button and let's roll. My name is Kirk, and this channel is all about Toyota and Lexus, so feel free to subscribe to the Luxurious Fleet for more news and reviews in the future. If you missed out on part 1, guys, pause this video right now, click the bubble somewhere around my head, and it will lead you perfectly into the beginning of this video. All right, let's get into it. The 3rd generation IS has now been with us since 2013 as a 2014 model year. Its 7-year run has its highs and lows for sure. But what better way to start this video than by recapping the sales figures of the IS from its very first year to 2020. Jumping into the sales of the IS, starting with the 1st generation back in 2000, right? The US sold 15,500 plus units. We don't know what was produced in Japan, and part of that, remember, it was the Altezza, it was a different vehicle, so it's really hard to compare that. 2001, sales increased to over 22,000, and then it started sloping off strongly after that. So in 2002, just 20,000, 2003, 13,000, 2004, 9, it dropped under 10,000 for the first time. And again, like my first video on the history of the IS, we largely just covered US, and that's probably what I'm gonna do for the remainder of this sales figures. But in 2006, guys, 2006, when they debuted that 2nd generation IS, holy smokes, look how big those sales are. Over 50,000, 54,000 2 years in a row in 06 and 07. And then you saw in 2008, 49,000. That's also when they debuted the ISF. It's probably almost impossible to find sales figures on individual years for the F models. It's really hard to find that even for, I mean, gosh, here in 2020, looking at the RCF and GSF, finding sales figures for those is nearly impossible. So it peaked in 2006, 2007, and it's never sold as many cars as it did then on a yearly basis. 2008, down below 50, which is still really good. 2009, below 40, so huge numbers dropping off here, especially between 2008 and 2009. They even introduced the convertible in 2009, and they still dropped 11,000 units in just 1 year. And then you saw a continuous drop in sales every year until 2013. So my guess is what happened here in 2013, Lexus had ridiculous incentives to just clear stock probably on a lot of ISs. That's just my gut feeling, but let me know what you guys think there, because a lot of these sold in 2013 could have been like leftover models that were produced in 2012. So yeah, I think that they probably just kind of had a fire sale on that generation of IS. 2014, back over 50,000 units, and ever since then it's been in a continuous slide year after year. 46, 37, 26, 22, and 2019, under 15,000 units. It hasn't sold that poorly since 2004 and 2003. So the IS has lost its magic, and a 4th generation cannot come soon enough at this point. In 2020, the IS has had very little attention since 2016. While the IS still looks good in today's market, it is still behind the curve compared to many of its competitors and brothers, for that matter, within the Lexus lineup. There's no CarPlay, there's no Android Auto, there's no heads-up display, no panoramic sunroof, no 360-degree camera system, no folding mirrors, no standard race-sensing wipers, no USB ports in the back, no hybrid option, at least in America, and no ISF model or high-performance options. Just the tried and true 3.5-liter V6 that we've had since 2005. We know that the 3rd gen IS has overstayed its welcome in the lineup, and its sales are in a little bit of a free fall. We know it's a generation behind in technology, powertrains, and features, The jump from the 3rd gen to the 4th gen IS should be absolutely massive. Much bigger than any leap of any other 2 IS generations before, which won't be hard since the 2nd and 3rd generations were so similar. And a massive leap this generation must be to save the model from the fate of its brother, the GS. So make sure you grab your salt shakers because we are going to need several grains of salt here to discuss the rumors of the upcoming 4th gen IS. Everything I know about it could be completely wrong, as Lexus can change their plans and intentions at any moment, and timelines too. The V6 will survive apparently only in F-Sport trim. This is kind of weird because Lexus has never dedicated a specific motor to an F-Sport before. There will be 4 powertrains. I'll touch on this in more detail later, but the next IS is rumored to have 19-inch optional wheels. This leads me to believe that the car will be a little bit bigger to accommodate those bigger wheels. Even though in places like Japan, those 19-inch optional wheels have been available as an option, but I bet their roads are a lot better than ours here in the middle of America. The IS is supposed to arrive in late 2020 or early 2021. This could be changed, especially with everything that's going on, this crisis. Also, the new IS will have a new updated infotainment, newer than any of the current models on the Lexus market right now. And I hear the software is not actually being developed by Lexus, but by a different group of guys within Toyota on the Toyota end. So I've heard of also it's going to be a touchscreen. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, it'll have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Those are all the things I've heard. Like I said, I could be completely off the table and it could not be true. Most of these details I received late last year. Since then, I've had some solid sources tell me that the IS might not receive a redesign this year, might be another refresh. If Lexus went the refresh route, it would certainly condemn the IS to death, at least in my opinion. It is already really far behind. It's struggling as it is. A fresh set of bumpers and lights, even updated infotainment probably wouldn't save it. It needs to be an all-new model based on the TNGA-L platform shared with the redesigned 2018 and newer Toyota Crown. Now, I made a poll for my followers on what you think the IS needs the most for the upcoming model, and most of you think the ISF, a return of the ISF, is the most important thing for the next generation IS. While I would love to see another ISF as much as the next guy, I don't think it's mission critical. But let's talk about what we need to see in the next ISF if it is made. All right, let's go down that route. All-wheel drive needs to happen. V8 is probably out the door, sadly, at this point. So twin turbo V6 from the LS and boost that power to maybe 450 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque with a 10-speed auto. Possibly a dual clutch shared from the LCF. That would be pretty sick. We don't know if that car is going to have a dual clutch, but that would be cool. It'd be super fast, probably 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds. So let me know what you guys think on my rendition, or at least the powertrain figures of that ISF. Well, the next model, the next thing that was voted below the ISF was infotainment, and 3rd place was the hybrid. So you folks overseas have had the 2.5 liter hybrid set up for some time now, and I think we'll finally get that set up here in the USA, which produces around 250 horsepower and netting over 40 miles per gallon. As I mentioned earlier, there will be 4 powertrains. We got a turbo 4-cylinder that we have now. We have a 3.5 liter V6, possibly the hybrid system, and the 4th option I'm not sure, but it could eventually support the plug-in hybrid setup that we're getting in like the NX, and then it's going to be in like the RAV4 Prime, for example. There have also been a lot of rumors on the 2.4 liter twin turbo 4-cylinder. Since the V6 is still very likely to carry over, I don't know how viable that twin turbo 4-cylinder is going to be. And lastly, the 4th powertrain could be the LS 500Hs or the LC 500Hs powertrain, which is the Japanese spec Crown has this option. It's a 3.5 liter V6 hybrid with the 10-speed direct shift automatic, and it's capable of 350 plus horsepower. So let me know what you guys think, what you think the 4 powertrains will be offered on the next generation IS. I hope someone out there knows something I don't. But that just about sums it up for the past, present, and future of the beloved Lexus IS. I can't wait to see you guys in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe for more Lexus and Toyota content. And if you'd like to support me during these strange, trying crisis times, you're welcome to check out my Patreon page. So thanks so much, guys, for watching the channel and this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.